Hello there folks, it is TIJ Gaming and welcome back to the Neil Robertson Pro career on Snooker 19, and today is time for part 69 of Season 3, and for those of you who are keeping count, part 186 of the series as a whole. And today, in the episode, we start the last 16 of the Hua Group China Open against Kyron Wilson, and hopefully we can inflict some more damage on the man who sadly lost the World Championship yesterday in real life. So, again, I hate to do it to him, but if it means we get through to the quarter-final, then I am very glad. But I hope you guys are all good. Let's have a look at the head-to-head between ourselves and Kyron Wilson. We've only played 3 games against him, funnily enough. 3 of those now, well, 2 of those, if you like, in the past, in the last 16 of tournaments. And Kyron Wilson has come through on both of those occasions. So not looking the best for us, you have to say. But in Season 1 of the Paul Hunter Classic, it was very, very early on, sort of episode 8 or 9 time, and we were beaten in the best of 5 by Kyron by 3 frames to 0. But a little bit later on in the Oppo International Championship quarterfinal, we beat him in a decider by 3 frames to 2. That was a tournament we went to, of course, get onto our first final in the Oppo International Championship of Season 1. We didn't play him in the whole of Season 2, and it's nearly been a season since we played him. We played him all the way back in the Regan Masters last 16. It was the first episode of this long, long season, and we were beaten by him then by 3 frames to 1. Hopefully, it's not the same fate today. We'll play the first 4 frames of this China Open match against Kyron Wilson, and it's a match that I'm really, really looking forward to. It's an interesting challenge, and it's a big prize on offer to get into the quarterfinals, one of the most lucrative tournaments of the season. Remember, if you're going to enjoy today's video, leave a like down below, comment your thoughts as well, and subscribe for regular Snooker 19 content on a Monday, Wednesday, and a Friday at 6 PM. Kyron Wilson. Should be an interesting match. Should be an interesting match. Quite a bizarre one last time out. Hopefully, this will be the actual first session this time. If some of you guys are thinking, what's he on about? Well, we played the first 4 sessions against Houtian in the last round. And then we came to play the last 5 frames, and the match had actually reset itself. So, we played the first 4 frames, and rather than it being 2 each, it was actually 4-0. And then from then, we took the last frame, which was the 5th frame of the session, because we decided to play on, because, oh, by the way, the free fouls and a miss rule came into it. And we won a frame for that. It was very bonkers, crazy really, and within a matter of about 40 minutes, Liu Huishan went from potentially getting the last 16 to a crushing blow of being out in the last 32 by 5 frames to 0. So hopefully it's a little bit calmer today against Kyron Wilson, but that is an early chance, this red here that has been left by him, and it's a good pot. I would love to continue in the form that we've been in against Hoitian. This red just a little bit awkward to queue for, really, so... I don't know if we try and come off the side cushion, because I think there's an angle certainly up by the blue. I think. Might not be, though. Yeah, we've got to get sort of here, haven't we? We don't want to be too close to it, because obviously the pink blocks it, so... We'll try it. Try and avoid hitting the pack on the way through. That'll just slow the cue ball down. But it's a tricky shot, this. The black's there. Oh, we have hit the pack, but I think that's okay there.
8.
Yep, that's absolutely fine. Not the easiest of pots, though, and unfortunately, the angle's not the best to line ourselves up for the black, so we've just got to bear that one in mind.
So, this pot into the right corner.
Ooh, that worked out alright there. Just put a bit more pace into it. I knew we were going to cannon into the red, so I'll bear that in mind.
9.
Now hopefully this black won't go back on its spot, or else we are in trouble with the red.
15.
No, black doesn't go back on its spot. The only problem is how do we get onto a red? Might have to just take the colour, and call it quits in this little mini break.
17.
And we've not really lined ourselves up brilliantly for the blue, so it's going to have to just be a safety shot here. Try and get in by the black. That's a good shot.
Well, he's a little fortunate there. Not what he was intending.
Well,
Neil Robertson.
it was what I was intending, Neil. Huh. There wasn't really much more we could have done. Because the black went off the spot, which was okay in the short term, it meant that we couldn't develop this pack of reds. So, again, short-lived that break was, but couldn't really do too much about it. So back in a safety battle now, but I'd rather have a few points on the board in this first frame. Again, with all these first sessions, it's nice to have a lead of 3-1, but the main objective is to get to 2 frames, just so you don't lose any ground in the first session. But this cue ball looks frightfully close to the corner pocket, but he's just avoided it. He's okay. And actually, because it's hit off both jaws, he very much gets away with that. He could have left a chance, but lucky Kyron doesn't leave anything on. So we're going to have to hit this a bit harder, try and get the cue ball back up to bulk, which we successfully do, but it hasn't quite got the legs on it, I don't think, to avoid him having a chance on this red. No, he's just looking for the safety, so he might have covered it. Oh, that's a bad shot, though. Cannon's right into the reds. The angle obviously just completely wrong on that. But he's actually quite lucky. He doesn't leave anything easy on here. I feel like that goes, but it's so awkward to figure it out sometimes. Trouble is, there's nothing else that's easy. Just try and get the slimmest angle on this red. Problem is, though, if we drop this in, we haven't really got much angle for anything else. Oh, this is such a risk. I don't know if we just try and play with side here. That's definitely going in, but it's all about pace here. I don't like the look of that. I really don't. Problem is, how do you play a safety from here? This is awkward. Again, I think this red would go if the pink wasn't there. I don't think we've got any other choice here. It's so close. It's whether we've got a potting angle, and I'm going to hope the snooker gods are on our side. If not, Kyron Wilson gets a chance. But no, they are on our side. We didn't put too much into that pot, though. We might be able to see the pink to the middle. Nope, we can't, but luckily we can see the blue. So that was a bit of luck there, most certainly. But obviously, because we're right on the cushion, we can't really screw back. So we're going to have to come up and down the table, and there's no assurance of leaving a pot on. And again, it's a bit loose. There are a few half chances here. Nothing concrete though. I think it's just best to play a shot to nothing here, you know. Get the cue ball up bulk.
No more than half a chance here.
This looks okay though. Oh, what a pot that was. What a pot. We didn't commit to it though that much, and to be fair, had we have missed that, we wouldn't have left too much on. So I think I'm just going to play like we did against Liu. Just play up to the red, play up to the black, sorry. And I don't think there's any menace in doing this, although we've misjudged it. So we haven't left him in that much trouble. We've only left him to play a safety here. Could have put him in a bit more trouble there, but oh well. Doesn't hurt us just at the moment. Ooh, I think we might have just missed that. And you watch we have, because we've played a good shot here.
Foul on the yellow.
Yep. Milfolds calls it.
Kyron Wilson, 4. Well, he's playing on here.
He's going to play on. Can he see a pot? No, just a safety. Thought so. He negotiates his way around those reds really impressively, I have to say. But look at that chance. That's a poor one to give away. It seemed like a shot that was so nicely orchestrated, just working his way around the reds. It was certainly close to him hitting one, but he got it just right. But, okay, you can play a lovely shot, but if you leave one on, then it's not such a lovely shot, is it? I think these reds need to be split, to be honest, at some point, because this is a awkward bunch that we've got now.
Nicely positioned for the red.
Got to be so precise to get on a red, and not just that. Got to be so precise to get on a colour. We're actually going to take this one to the middle pocket on, rather than the one I was planning to go for on the cushion. Just allows us to position a lot better for the colour. And if we're going to get any fluency going in this break, then that's exactly what we need. Good chance to get the black out of the way. And put that back on its spot. And that's okay, it shouldn't affect anything. That black being on its spot.
Just wants this pot to drop into the pocket.
But we've certainly got a chance to take the first frame here.
50.
We are bulk side of the blue. We should have... sorry, we're the wrong side of the blue. We're not bulk side of the blue. That's what we wanted to be. So, we should have bared that in mind a little. So, I think we're going to have to go all around the table here to try and get any sort of position. Oh, we just hit the green on the way. We avoided the yellow, and it was looking pretty good, but we didn't quite get away with that. We have left a half chance, which I think it's certainly worth having a dabble at here. Oh, what a pot. What a pot. I'll tell you something, we got away with that, because if we'd have missed that, I think Cara might well have been in.
21.
You can certainly feel aggrieved at one or two shots so far this frame.
He's playing for the right corner here.
But we're looking pretty good here, to be honest. We're playing well from the outset. Again, I don't tend to practice before my games.
26.
If it was a huge game, like the World Final, I think I probably would, but
He just wants this to drop gently into the pocket.
for these games, I don't really practice. So we're looking in good form today, which is key. Again, that cue ball frightfully close to the cushion, though, so that doesn't help anybody out particularly. But if we just float this through, yeah, the red will go then, I think. To that opposite corner pocket. I think it does anyway. Through a quick inspection, we'll soon find out. Yeah, that's fine. But of course, Kyron hasn't registered a pot yet. His 4 points came from that foul we conceded earlier on the yellow. But again, too close to the cushion. We are playing with fire here, aren't we? Really are.
Just the black needed now.
But it's just the black we need anyway. Oof, that was a bit close. But a good pot, and that should be the first frame.
42.
Although it would have been nice to get a pot, just to close it out. So we'll play a bit of a shot to nothing here. The red's come back. So Colin's going to probably try and get a snooker here, I would say.
Now that's a poor shot. Neil Robertson.
Again, would have been nice to have the extra red just to close it out.
1.
But he's going to pot this and maybe try and pot a few reds before getting a snooker. Oh, but he's done the typical tactic that the AI do. Why would you do that? Because he's just made the deficit even bigger than what it should be. So we're going to just hit the balls around now. And I'm not too fussed. He needs 2 snookers. He's 61 behind with 51 left on the table. Take the colour on and try and get the snooker on the red. So he'll just concede now. Very bizarre that the AI do that. That's been a problem with the game throughout, to be honest. Why take a red on and then not go for the colour? Just makes your job harder. Unless you've got a really good chance at a snooker. But a good start for us. I'm very happy with that. Karen didn't really get much chance, but we look good there. And that's key. But again, he's left another half chance at the start of this frame.
Not an easy one, but
it's not easy by any stretch. But it's certainly worth going for. This looks like it's got a good line. And it's... Ooh.
No, not this time.
just hit the near jaw. Wow, that was a bit of a shock. I thought we potted that.
1.
It certainly looked like a good line, but can be deceiving. Until the cue ball goes into the pocket, you don't know what to think.
6.
So I did say that Kyron would get a chance here if we failed to pot the red, but it was a chance that was too good to not take on. And this next shot's going to be quite crucial. He's too straight on the black, though, unfortunately, to develop the reds. Is he going to go for this one into the corner pocket? On the bulk cushion? You wouldn't have thought so, but you never know. Try and get some backspin for the black. Position himself a little bit better for that split. Let's see. He's taking a long time thinking about it. You know, he's taking the pot on. Looks like a good angle, and it's there, but he's overdone it for the black.
The snooker behind the brown, I think.
So he's looking for a snooker.
Kyron Wilson, 15.
And it's a good shot, to be fair to him. Really is.
Pace is key with this shot. He doesn't want to overhit it.
Well, we missed the reds there, but I'll tell you what, I'm very glad we hit the black ball. That could have been a lot more catastrophic.
Not what he
He's going to put us
intended,
back
and
quite
to be honest,
rightly here.
I'm not sure what his intention was.
My intention was to hit the red.
Kyron Wilson, 7.
He's looking to escape.
Don't mind having a few goes at this. Again, we've hit the black. Oh, is it going to go into the? Is it going to go in the middle pocket? No, not quite. Again, I'm happy to have a few goes at this because
I'm not sure
we
what
don't want to
happened there,
leave.
but that's a poor shot.
We don't want to leave him on.
Foul and a miss. Kyron Wilson.
It's going to happen again, though. We're just hitting it too hard at the moment, unfortunately. Whatever we're doing, we're knocking it a percent or two too hard.
Really the result he was after.
She's going to put us back again.
Foul and a miss.
Can't come at it at the other end because you can't swerve from that end. Maybe try and not put so much angle on it. Gives us more of a chance at least.
I think he's looking at the lowest risk escape here.
There you go. Told you it was worth a few tries. Doesn't impact the pack and doesn't give him any chance.
Very well judged shot there.
So it's a nice cushion to have, 36 points. But still a lot of points to win this frame. But there's a big target there behind the black. No risk involved here. Again, we've hit the black. No, we didn't hit the reds. Well,
Wilson, 7.
that was 7 points shouldn't have really given away. That's a bit annoying, isn't it? That's a bit of a shocker. No, I thought we'd hit the red. I wasn't too bothered about hitting the black. That's what we're looking for the first time.
Excellent safety shot.
That's better. But he's getting a lot of points here, is Kyron. Off just winding us up. But if we get one chance, that advantage can soon be eaten up.
This is an intriguing safety battle.
And equally, if he gets a chance, then... Oh, man, we've missed the reds again. I mean, I say if we get a chance, then that's easily rectifiable, but...
Composure, perhaps?
You know, we've lost how many points now? It must be at least 30 points. I think 29. I think we missed the black 3 times, so that's 21 points. And then 4 points for a foul on the yellow, and then 4 points for a foul just then.
It looks safe.
But again, there's no real opportunity, so whatever happens in this frame, it still could be ours to win. We've just got to keep our cool. And in a match like this, a 2-frame lead is very valuable. So we split them up a bit now. Might get a bit of action. But to be fair, played a very good shot. He's not split them too much.
Nicely
But
played.
equally, he's not left us too much of a dangerous shot here. We can't really leave much on.
Brilliantly played.
I like that one. Kyron just playing that one red that's out the pack. Ooh, interesting. Going about it a bit of a different way. And he's left to sniff here at this red. I'm going to just try and put it back into the pack, I think, at this point. Need to play it with a bit more thickness, or else we still leave that shot on. Got a good line, though. Power's a little bit too much, but it's a good shot. Have we got the snooker? No, we haven't. Not quite. What's he playing here? Where's the cue ball? Where's the cue ball going? Oof, gets away with that. Oh boy, does he get away with that. Wow. This could be messy. That's pretty good, though. The ball's up bulk. Okay, there's a potting chance on it, but...
Really tough shot. And it hasn't worked out all that well.
Oh, no, he can see this red. That's a bit unfortunate.
That's a top shot.
Thought we'd covered that by being on the cushion, but not quite. He played a good shot there, to be honest. It was tricky to get out of that, because even if we'd gone for the thin nick on the pack, they are quite split up now, so to play it thin and avoid the pink would be quite a challenge.
6.
So let's see if Kyron's got what it takes, because the 53-point advantage he's got doesn't necessarily speak of how he's played from a potting point of view, more from a safety point of view, that he's took so many points away from us in fouls. Got to make something happen with these balls fairly quickly, though. There's only one that's out in the open. I suppose that's made two if you can get the right angle on the one that's
Gently does it.
furthest away from the pink, the one that can go to the black cocket. The way he's played that, though, I don't think he'd get on that red.
20.
Underdone that a little bit. I'll tell you what, if he goes for this, it shows big commitment, because he's going to have to just go into the reds. That's exactly what he's doing. Not surprising, though. He pots it. Lovely pot.
And this is a real opportunity.
I said it was a good split.
21.
And there's 8 reds left, so there's 91 points available. But because of all the foul points he got earlier on in the frame, they are going to be a benefit to him. It's a long way back for us in this frame.
This should be pretty straightforward.
25.
This is no gimme.
Pink's missable, but he hits it with some venom and does it well.
Queuing.
31.
Is that just a safety shot from him, though? Yes, it is. Well,
Kyron Wilson.
bit like us, but not quite. He's nearly there, but not quite. That was a good shot, though. That was a good shot from Kyron. We put some side on this. We can actually try and pot it.
He'll want to get this cue ball close to the cushion.
How about that? That was a lovely pot. Just thought I might as well take it on. We're pretty much out of the frame. What's the risk?
1.
So, 77 behind. There's now 75 man on the table. So, again, if we take a green here, it doesn't give them much leeway. Blue's tricky. Might as well go for it, though.
The right middle.
Tricky pot, though.
Beautiful.
Good pot. What's the position like? What's the position like? If we can see that red as a thin nick to the middle pocket, there's no problem.
6.
Oh, we can just... Well, I won't be getting too worried, Kyron, but
This is being played.
who knows? If we do well here and clean up, it could well be our winning this frame.
7.
Let's have a look at the points totals, though. 71 back. It's now going to be 68 left on the table. We could do with start to getting some black soon.
Long pot. Right up his street.
Just wants to pot some balls, though, first. That's the most important thing. And then if we need a snooker later, we worry about that later on. Let's get on the black, though, now.
I can't see any problems here.
This would be a comeback, wouldn't it? We're certainly going to go for it.
13.
Tricky pot, though. But it's there. Albeit just. And we can cut this one into the middle pocket. Come down again for the black. Well, there's not much room there. Need to play this at exactly the right pace if it's going to work. We pretty much do. Cue ball's nicely on the black. That's a good shot.
21.
So tricky to get round that one red.
This looks relatively easy.
So that now gives us a gap of 50 points with 51 left on the table. How are we going to pot this red and then get back down for the black? Let's see, eh? Up and down the table. The pot's there. Oh, we've hit the brown. But I think we've got the pace on this cue ball, have we?
29.
We have. Will these two reds go to that right centre pocket? I think they do. I think they do. We can afford to take one pink on here. Angle's the most important thing here. Ah, it's way off. Angle is way off. How did we manage that?
36.
So, 42 points is the gap. 43 on.
He won't want to underhit this shot.
How do we play safe here? Just get a thin nick, I suppose. And try and get the cue ball round the table. We've hit the blue. And I think that's going to be a problem. Because that red is now potable into the corner pocket.
36. Just this red needed.
Just needs this red. Oh, that's a heartbreaking way to end a decent comeback. But ultimately, we should have been wise to knowing that those two reds might be a problem. And we got the angle completely wrong to get on them. And it was a bit of a stupid safety shot, to be quite honest. But the earlier break was good from Kyron, and you can't really complain too much about that. Would have been lovely, obviously, to get 2-0 up.
17.
And there was certainly a chance, but it was too little too late in the end. And the fouls we considered early on in the frame came back to bite us in the bottom, really. But after two, it's one each. Been a good game so far. Would be nice to take the next frame. Just relieve the pressure of us going into the fourth frame before that interval. But with a good clearance of 42 there, Kyron Wilson makes it one each.
No advantage at the
So it's
moment.
us to break now in frame number 3.
I agree. You can't really identify a clear favourite. It's just too close to call.
But a good tight match so far. Both players playing well. Would have been nice to have got the snooker there, but not quite. And he nearly gets the snooker there. I actually didn't watch that shot. I was checking something. I don't know if he went for the pot there or what he did. Left us in a bit of trouble though, I'll tell you. Try and play this as thin as possible and get as close as we can to where we are. Easier said than done though. And we've overhit that massively. Wow, wow, wow. And look where the red has ended up. Well, it's a shame we didn't completely whack that. The red would have ended up in the pocket. Not getting the run of the ball particularly. A little bit lately. So let's see what Kyron can make of this opportunity.
That's a top shot. Well played.
Finally get to see his break building technique.
7. 8.
As I've said in previous videos, now we are in the top 6, the last 16, sorry, of this tournament. We can't lose anything in terms of rankings. We can, of course, lose out in the rankings, but I mean, we can't lose any money personally in the rankings. So that's a bit of something off our shoulder, but that's a poor shot from Kyron there. Just played the safety, and his safety game's not really been up to scratch so far today. He's left a red on.
Excellent pot.
Just had to give that a good whack, come back round the reds. And this, to be honest, might just be a chance just to nestle in behind the yellow. Again, let him play the difficult shot.
That's what he was after. Nicely played. Neil Robertson, 1.
Gets out of it. What's his look like? Not all that brilliant.
Did well. Tough shot, but not what he was hoping for.
Believe me, it's not bad. Really isn't from there. But it's a good opportunity for us now. This isn't an easy pot, though.
Not sure what happened there.
And what did I say? I don't like cut shots. And that is, well, now an opportunity for Kyron Wilson.
1.
All going a little bit too much like some of our Championship League matches, this is. We played really well in the first frames. Sometimes, you know, we get a good lead. And then we'd start playing a little bit stupidly. And with an opponent like Kyron, he wasn't necessarily on form, wasn't playing too badly. He couldn't read too much into that first frame. But again, not great again. He's missed that pink. We just gave him a chance. And this is only a half chance, though. Tricky red here. But it's a nice pot. Straight black, though. How'd you get position off this? Any reprieves to the middle pocket? Doesn't really look like it here, does it? Let's try and get the cue ball on the black spot. Ah, black's on there. Again, neither of us really just getting in the groove so far. And we've hit that too soft again. And that's a chance now for Kyron.
Neil Robertson.
We just seem to have lost our way a little bit since that solid first frame. But he's only going for a safety here. Didn't fancy the pot. And again, quite a poor safety, really. That is certainly the best chance anybody's had so far in this frame. And hopefully now we can take it.
Not really the result he was after.
But I'll tell you what, look at that shot again.
1.
Just over hit. Gonna make use of this pink now. Right over the pocket. Can't miss it. It's just position that's a problem.
7.
And that's okay positionally. Not an easy pot, this. But I think we'll be okay.
The long red to the corner pocket.
Great shot. Tell you what, the crowd's not on my side today, are they? They're not clapping much. Miserable so-and-sos. But this is a good chance. I really thought, probably on 2 occasions, this frame, that Kyron would go and clear the table. But he's made very little of the opportunities he's been given. And now it's really an opportunity to give him a bit of a lesson. And it's these sort of frames that you need to win scrappy frames. You can't do very much sometimes if your opponent gets to the table with a
22.
good pot off the break and clears up. You can't beat yourself up too much about those. When it's one of those scrappy frames and you've got chances and you don't take them, and your opponent does,
An excellent pot.
you've only got yourself to blame there.
Wonderful.
23.
Looks like a decent break, though. Going to be a much lower scoring frame, obviously, because of the fact that there haven't been many red colour combinations. And we underdid that one a little bit, to be honest. Didn't leave ourselves ideal there. Pot's okay, though.
Nicely positioned for the black.
31.
And this should be a good chance to take a 2-1 lead. Easier said than done, though, isn't it? Easier said than done sometimes. Lead by 27. 59 left in the table. If we pot this red and black, which I certainly hope to, we'll lead by 35 with 51 left on the table. So
39.
it's just a case, I suppose, here of red colour red after this black. And that first red should come nicely.
46.
Give ourselves the choice of pink and black here.
Drops in gently.
I think we can get away with playing the black.
47.
Yep, certainly can. So we'll leave ourselves a pot down the cushion. And that's what we'll need to win the frame, providing obviously we pot this black, which we do. So just this red needed.
Really well played.
And as I said,
54.
we take the advantage in a scrappy frame where we needed to be honest.
Important pot here.
And just this red needed. It looks like it's got a good angle, and it's right in the heart of the pocket.
That should be it.
And that should be the frame.
To win the frame now.
Crucial one to win there. Got a gap now of 51 with only 35 left on the table. Kyron won't be coming back to the table. And we can just breathe a sigh of relief that we know when we're going for the mid-session interval
He's going
that
left on the pocket.
we won't be behind. That's always a big thing, I always think. If you're going in behind, it can be tricky to come back from sometimes. Fortunately, we're going to just miss out on any chance of a century. Can get a 96 break here. Did fairly well to position for the yellow. It's whether it passes the brown into the middle pocket, but no, it doesn't. So might as well just give it a good almighty whack. See where it ends up. Nah, nowhere near a pocket. I mean, we could have given away a foul there, but it doesn't really matter because Kyron's far too far back. But a good frame of us, a good break, and we lead again. I'm glad about that.
Neil Robertson, 69. Frame.
And now this next frame before the mid-session interval becomes a big swing frame.
The frame in the bag.
We can either be 2 up
So he's nudged in front.
with
Yes, he's looking good at the
5 to
moment.
play, or it can be a best of 5. And obviously the difference between those can be massive.
Wilson to break.
And once again off the break. Ooh, I thought he left a red. He didn't. I thought he'd left a red. We've certainly left one though. And look at those 3 reds that are lined up by the black. That's a good chance to get started for Kyron.
This isn't easy.
Not an easy pot though. How's your luck? Just rattles there, doesn't it? So we're going to play the plants here. It's there. I did worry about that slightly. I thought, oh, this could go a bit pear-shaped. But that is another infuriating shot for Kyron Wilson, who just isn't taking his chances. He's certainly had them. He can't complain about a lack of chances.
Anything looks possible when he's queuing this
He's just
round.
not potting the balls. And that's something that we're doing fairly well. Our positional game's not been brilliant so far today. But in terms of pots, when we've got a chance, 9 times out of 10, we're potting them. Again, we haven't got the lovely BBC graphics that show pot success. That would be awesome to have in a snooker game. Really would. Mind you, I wouldn't like to see the safety success, the stats there. That would be quite frightening.
Long pot there.
0% success, what?
12.
Yeah, our safety's never been the best aspect of our game, has it? But if we can get in here and lead by 3 frames to 1 at the interval, that would be really strong, really help us out. But we've got to devise a bit of a plan here. How do we
He's an expert long potter and
get
he's
into
taken
the
this one.
reds? Because we've overhit that one massively, so that isn't going to help.
Queuing.
I think the cushions will slow the cue ball down, so that's okay.
18.
Might just be a case of a safety shot. We'll see though.
He'll be disappointed with that. Fabulous.
Well, tried to hit it with some pace to give ourselves some sort of angle.
Robertson, 18.
And that was a bit misguided, potentially. Bit misjudged. And a misguided choice of a shot. And we can only make 18 there. Okay, if we'd have made 18 and gone back to the bulk cushion, I wouldn't be fussed. But Kyron has got a sitter as a starter for this frame. And when your opponent's not in form, the last thing you want to do is give them a chance. I mean, at any time of a game, you don't want to give your opponent a chance, but especially when they're not in form, because it's funny how quickly your opponent can forget that. That's end of break, though. Strange shot there. And he's actually snookered himself. And look at the opportunity he's given us there.
Well, that's not worked out quite as he intended.
It hasn't worked out at all for Kyron Wilson. This is a risky pot to take on, though. We could miss it. Ah, it's a good shot, though. Right in the heart of the pocket. All starts to get a bit awkward, though, when we come back down the table now, doesn't it? The Reds haven't had the best split, but we'll try and take the most we can out of this opportunity.
Great cueing there.
Kyron, though, is going to start to get really infuriated. And this is as good a chance as any to get through to the quarterfinal. But we're a long way from thinking about that just yet. Ultimately, we shouldn't be saying, well, match is over. I mean, we're only one frame up. At 3-1, we can start saying, you know, Kyron needs a few good frames. And maybe at 4-1, we can start to think about it, but not this early.
12.
Problem is, the black's tied up as well. That doesn't help us out.
13.
So depending on your angles, at worst, there's only one loose red left. I'm going to try, though, and go for the ones to the side, but we're just not going to be able to put that sort of side on the cue ball, unfortunately, to play for those two that are loose from the pack. Don't mind a cannon on the black here to slow the cue ball down, and equally give ourselves a chance to pot it. That black will now go, I think, at least, yeah. So I want to get that one back on its spot. This is an easily missable shot. That's why I'm not putting too much pace into this. Good pot, though. I'm just seeing that this red... I don't think it does, actually. Will that go past the black spot into the pocket? I don't think it will. In an ideal world, it would. I don't think it will. Hit and hope here.
Played it well.
And it's not too bad, actually. It's not too bad.
26.
But this is a shot that Kyron took on in a previous frame, and I said, well, miss this and you're going to be awkward. But we're going to play this with backspin just in case we miss this. But it's a good pot. But, oh, that cue ball frightfully close to the middle pocket. But we very much get away with that. It was a good pot. The balls haven't exactly split brilliantly here. Might as well just play the yellow. Try and get onto the cushion. Give ourselves the best angle possible.
In it goes.
Great cueing.
29.
But ultimately, you can't have the cue ball on a string all the time.
Left corner pocket.
Oh, and certainly not there.
That isn't what you'd expect from a
Well.
player of his quality.
Did I not judge that? Did the red not go? It mustn't have done. I'd be very surprised if that red did go and we missed it. I think we must have just missed... Oh, God. I need to put my teeth back in. Must have missed... Oh. We must have misjudged that. There we go. That's better. Tried to get the cue ball behind the yellow there.
Taking this on.
And he's got a chance, but he misses that again.
Not this time.
How many more chances does Kyron Wilson want? Again, we've got a good gap in this frame.
He's aiming for the left corner here.
43 ahead with 75 left on. Now 44 ahead with 68 left on. And that red could have been the start of something, but alas it wasn't. Don't be fooled though. We're not getting all cocky. We know how good Kyron Wilson can be. So I want to get this frame wrapped up. Put ourselves with a clean slate going into the next session. We know it's not all over yet.
He's playing this into the right centre pocket.
And focus on winning that first frame in the second session. Because if we win that, then that is then a brilliant chance. You know, we get 4 bites at the cherry.
Well, no surprises here with the long pot attempt.
And that's as much as you can ask for, to be honest.
Oh, what a shot that is. 9. This is the key shot. If this goes in, you fancy him for the frame.
There you go. The red's there. Just 51 left on the table now. And we lead by 53. Again, we could do, we getting the last red here, just to confirm things. Rather than entering into a long safety battle. But it's been a good start to this last 16 match. Don't call it over just yet, though. Oh, that's a good pot. You never know sometimes if those are going to go in. But this is looking good. Kyron certainly needs a reset. And he definitely needs that first frame after the break. If he doesn't get that, then it really could be all over for him. You know, at 4-1, do you fancy anybody in a best of 9? I certainly wouldn't. Might put a pound on it if the odds are good, but that's against the point.
Good cueing required here.
Ooh, we just missed the blue, but it won't matter. Just wriggled off both of the jaws, but it's a very good start for us. I'm very happy with that. We lead Kyron Wilson by 3 frames to 1 going into the second session. So, let's just pretend this is an alternate universe. We're going to take the break-off shot before we end the episode, just to make sure that we don't have any stupid mid-session save failures. That's the last thing we want. So that's the break-off. And we'll also see the second shot here. And that's where we're going to leave it. If we come out of it now, there is no chance that that game can corrupt. And at 3-1, it's a game we certainly don't want to corrupt. We've got a good lead. It's about as much as you can ask for. Obviously, you can be 4-0 up, but against someone like Kyron Wilson, to win all 4 frames, you have to play bloody well. But we did really well there. We lead by 3 frames to 1. And on Friday, you will see the climax of the match. Will Kyron Wilson stage a comeback? Or will we be into the quarterfinals of the second most lucrative tournament of the season? Thank you for watching. Make sure you leave a like if you enjoyed. And I will see you guys on Friday for the climax of this match. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye for now.